This is me beating Minecraft on my fastest pace ever, but it took hundreds of failed runs to get here. If you've ever tried Minecraft speedrunning, you already know this is one of the most painful things you can do. And this run, it almost didn't happen. My goal was simple, beat Minecraft in under 20 minutes, but getting there was anything but. At first, I thought I understood speedrunning. I had watched a ton of runs, I knew the strategies, but actually doing them in a real run, that was a completely different story. Every stage of the game had something that could go wrong. The overworld, finding a fast way into the nether, finding both a bastion and a fortress quickly, and the end, one mistake and the run is over. At the start, everything felt slow, messy, and inconsistent, but eventually I started getting the hang of it. After learning the basics, I finally decided to start real runs. At first, it was just constant resets, bad seeds, bad luck, mistakes, but then I got a run. I spawned into a world with a village and a ruined portal, which was already a great start. I entered the nether at around 2 minutes, and somehow everything just kept working. I found a bastion, then a fortress, and for the first time, the run actually felt real. By the time I reached the end, I was nervous. All I had to do was one cycle the dragon. And just like that, I beat the game in 28 minutes, my first completion. After that run, I was hooked. I wanted to go faster and faster. I started learning new strategies, better overworld routes, faster bastion routes, and slowly my time started dropping. I got into the end at 22 minutes. The dragon perches. I hit the one cycle. 25 minutes, a huge improvement. It didn't stop there. Soon after, I got another run. Everything was perfect. Fast bastion, fortress right next to it. By the time I entered the end, it was 16 minutes. One clean fight later, 1916, sub 20. At that moment, I knew my next goal. Sub 15. And that's where everything went wrong. I went from improving constantly to barely finishing runs at all. I was resetting over and over again. And when I did get a good seed, I would mess it up. It felt like no matter what I did, I just couldn't improve anymore. So I realized something had to change. If I wanted to get a sub 15, I had to get better. I learned faster bastion routes, more efficient fortress strategies. I started doing things mid-run to save time. Crafting, planning, optimizing everything. And then I learned something new, the zero cycle. A strategy that could end the dragon fight in seconds, but performing it was hard and risky. But it could be the difference between a good run and a sub 15. After all that practice, I was ready. And I started getting runs, fast ones. I was entering bastions at 3 minutes, getting deep into runs consistently. Then, I got one of my best paces ever. Everything was going perfectly, until one mistake, one bad pearl, and I fell straight into lava, run over. Another time, I made it all the way to the end with a real shot at sub 15. But the zero was too hard, I had to leave it all up to the one cycle, and the dragon didn't perch, so I reset. At that point, I was done. After hours of failing, dying, and throwing good runs, I genuinely thought about quitting. I even took a break from RSG completely, tried other things, played ranked. But in the back of my mind, there was always one thought. I hadn't gotten sub 15, and I knew I wouldn't be satisfied until I did. So I came back. After coming back, it didn't take long. About an hour in, I got a run. Nether entry, sub 2 minutes. Bastion at 3, clean routing. Fortress before 7, this was it. Everything was lining up. By 9 minutes, I was leaving the nether. I measured the stronghold, less than 200 blocks away. I entered the stronghold at 10:30. The run was alive. And this run, it almost didn't happen. I entered the end at 11:30 and I knew this all came down to one moment. The zero cycle. It's an open-end island and it's an easy tower to hit. I make the setup. My hands are shaking. One mistake and it's over. The dragon doesn't fly, and I'm able to kill it. And finally, 12:28. Not just sub 15, but sub 13. After all that time, all the failed runs, all the doubt, I finally did it. When I started, I couldn't even finish a run. Now, I just beat the game in 12 minutes. And if there's one thing I learned from all of this, it's that failure is a part of the process. Whether it's Minecraft speedrunning or anything else, if you keep going, you'll get there eventually. And yeah, this isn't quite the end.